Hey everybody, it's Deborah Lindsey, and I want to take a minute for our professional tips and for EFT practitioners today. And I want to go over the two biggest mistakes that EFT practitioners make over and over and over again, especially newbies. Number one is they want to be positive about everything. They want to we call it positive EFT. We're going to tap in all the good stuff and ignore all the bad stuff, right? Well, listen, great. I understand it. I know that you've been taught that if you are talking about negative things, if you are opening negative things, focusing on negative things, they're going to grow. But listen, this is tapping. And in tapping, we go in and we clean the dirt out from under the rug, and then we wash the rug. So if you haven't cleaned the dirt out from under the rug and all you did was make the rug on top of it, look pretty, you haven't done your job. And if you're one of my students and you come to me with that approach, I'm going to kick you back. So you gotta be willing to go in and do the work. Now, that sometimes is because the practitioner is really afraid. Like, they don't know what's going to happen when they get in there and they find out that this person sitting in front of them has been through this terrible, terrible thing. And they're afraid that they don't have the skill set to get through it. So that's, you gotta be just, get your practice, do your work, so that when you go in there for those things that are going to show up at your door, I promise you, as a professional, this stuff is going to show up at your door, and you cannot be afraid of it. You got to go in there, you got to dive in, you got to look around, you got to stay impartial, non-judgmental. You can't freak out about it. You got to look at it as if it's, just a dog walking down the street. It can't evoke any kind of negative judgment from you when you hear that stuff. And if you're afraid of it, that's what's going to happen. So you try to sweep it all under the rug and be all happy and positive. And the other thing is you're really afraid that you're going to create all this negative stuff in their life. But it's just not the case. For our clients, we've got to go in there. We got to look at the stuff. We got to look at it head on. And sometimes that means you got to go through the gentle techniques or whatever to get it to that place. But if it's still playing in that loop, if it still has that negative thing going on underneath, you haven't done your job. So they might walk out all happy and have a smile on their face, but you didn't solve it. So that's the number one mistake that I see EFT practitioners make. The second one that I see them make is that they try to use rationalization to change the thinking of the person in front of them. So this is valuable in terms of reframing, right? So you give the person information to reframe, and that's valuable. But if you're not cleaning the dirt out underneath of the reframing, and then you walk them out and you go, well, I told them that this was really just a life experience, and so that's why this happened. And so they might walk out with this, this sort of false facade of having gotten better, but they haven't gotten better. So if you're someone who's giving them a reason why they shouldn't feel bad, and then they smile at you and go, oh, good, I don't feel bad anymore, but you didn't do any real hard work, then you want to really look at that, because chances are good you didn't do your job. So those are the two biggest mistakes that practitioners make. One is trying to do positive EFT. And now, wait, one more point I should say is that once the issue is done, there's a lot of value in going in and giving them some positive tapping. Like, I've come over the years to really appreciate that. I didn't used to think that was the case, that the natural essence of good would just sort of come to the surface. But I have found that there's a lot of value in doing that shift at the end and really giving them some positive EFT. But if you're not cleaning the crap out first, you haven't done your job. And then the second thing is trying to give them a reason why they should feel better without actually doing the work to get them to feel better. Okay? Hope this helps, guys. We got a lot of people out there to heal, and we're all out there helping each other to make each other the best practitioners we can. Have a great day, guys.